For a few years, it kind of felt like Western video game developers were at the top of the mountain. They were making the biggest games, the best games. There really wasn't quite the truckload of games coming out of the East like they're used to. Because for a long time, it would be somebody like Square Enix or Capcom, Konami. A lot of these Asian developers were making some of the best games. And for a minute, it feels like that kind of changed. And Western developers kind of took over and were at the top. Recently, though, that has changed drastically. Some of the best games are now coming out of the East. And this year has been a great example of that. Black Myth Wukong, Stellar Blade, Lies of P. We're getting games like Dustborn and Concord from Western developers, and Eastern developers are just going back to the basics and giving people what they want. And I think the axis of power is about to switch, and we're going to go back to the Eastern developers giving games what they want, or gamers what they want. I think that's what's going to happen. It kind of feels like it's already happening. This is a meme from TCMF Games, and it's kind of spot on, isn't it? Lies of P, by the way. Man, I feel like that game did not get the amount of love it should have media-wise and gamer-wise. People talked about it, but not enough. Like, that game is underrated. I feel like more people should check out Lies of P. That is such a good game. But Stellar Blade and Wukong are also great games. And these are all made, as far as I know, from Eastern developers. So while we get games like Dustborn, which has a total of 22 players right now, full of all kinds of nonsense, we get games like this. However, there's always going to be some salt. They're still trying after 10 million sold in 3 days. So, yeah, Black Myth Wukong has sold like 10 million copies. And it's a tremendous success. People like it. The reviews are good. It's not a fluke. It's a good game. And there was a lot of drama surrounding this game, of course, because, well, some people didn't like the way the developers do business. And they tried real hard to bury this game, and it didn't work. It did not work. We've got shit like this. Esports associate editor Tim Foley rages at Black Myth Wukong developers and demands game include more diversity. Don't forget, this is a game about a monkey man. And it's a Chinese myth, a very popular one, even outside of China. This, as I've stated before, this is a story that influenced huge cultural phenomena like Dragon Ball. But apparently, this needs more humans. It's just ridiculous. And it's them trying to appropriate culture over in China, which is, of course, ironic considering these people and their values. A Reset Era had a big meltdown over it. They're very upset about the success of this game. And I, of course, covered that because it's funny. I always like Reset Era salt. It's always good to capture it and show it off when you can find it. But this is the best one so far. So if you've been following this nonsense, what started all of this was an IGN article with two people that worked on it. Rebecca Valentine and this gentleman here that we're going to talk about. He helped with some of those awful translations. He's very, very pissed that his article has not stopped this game because, let's face it, the game is probably going to be the best-selling game all year. I don't know what else tops 10 million units. It sure as hell ain't going to be Star Wars Outlaws, and it sure as hell ain't going to be Assassin's Creed Shadows, even if those sell well. I don't see them selling 10 million copies. So this will probably be the best-selling game of the year. I think at 10 million it's fair to say that. I'm just saying. Maybe something else will step up, but I kind of doubt it. That's a big, big number. So this guy's pissed because they tried real hard to destroy this. All of the outlets that smear this game cite that IGN article. All of them. Every single one of them cite that IGN article as the reason that this game should be ignored. And this guy is very, very upset. And he posted this on social media. I'm so effing pissed. This has gone too far. Don't play Black Myth Wukong. If you must, go and pirate it. If you enjoy it, I do not want to know it. F game science and all the grifters who are doing this to one of my favorite people in the industry. He's, of course, talking about his co-author, Valentine, who has been criticized over her article. No one's doing anything nasty to her. What they're doing is criticizing your bogus article. And your article is bogus. It's BS. And you know it is. It's a hit job on people you don't like. The problem is nobody cares. Nobody cares. A lot of this whining from these people, it just doesn't have the same effect that it used to. And I think that that's a great thing. People also captured some of this person's hateful rhetoric that they've put out there. White gamers have zero nuance, zero understanding of the world, and it'll forever be like this because the world bends over to meet their expectations. There's more. Keep in mind, this guy, I believe, works for IGN. I don't know if he still does, but this is the kind of person that game journalist websites like GameSpot, The Gamer, Kotaku, Polygon, PC Gamer, they all open their arms for people like this that say shit like this. Do I hate white people? Yes. Pretty straightforward, right? And he'll come out and say, I don't really mean it, even though he said it multiple times. Multiple times, at least in the form of tweets. Like, here's two right here. And they might be in the same thread. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. I have no doubt that this guy feels this way. And it's the popular form of hate going on right now. Because it's accepted. It's accepted to hate people based on what they look like, as long as it's the one they all agree that they don't like. It's crazy that something like this is accepted, because replace this word with any other group, and then it's a problem. I don't like it for anybody. Nobody deserves that. So, Black Myth Wukong, massive success. You love to see it. And I suspect that it's going to continue to find success through word of mouth, because everybody that I've talked to, for the most part, I have talked to one or two people that don't like it, but for the most part, most people that have played it seem to really like it. And, I think that's, at the end of the day, what really matters is the game good. And it appears that this game is quite good. And I welcome good entertainment. So you're going to see more games come out like Wukong from other developers over in Asia. I think you're going to see them kind of take over again until video games in the West correct themselves and stop chasing this modern audience that doesn't exist. You want to see where the modern audience is? It's right here. There you go. 22 players right now for Dustborn. Concord has only a couple hundred players playing it. I checked it yesterday. It was like 400. Correction. At the moment, it's sitting at 154 people. No, that's really bad. Oh, my God, that's pathetic. What are they going to do, I wonder? This game is a disaster. 154 people. Well, there's your modern audience. There it is. The mythical modern audience. Out in full force. 154 strong. Oh, wow, that is a disaster. Hundreds of millions of dollars probably lost. Something like that. Who knows? Millions for sure. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.